Have you ever wondered why some people seem to walk through life with an invisible glow, an unseen force that effortlessly attracts opportunities, connections, and prosperity, as if the universe itself recognizes them and opens doors where only walls once stood? Maybe you've tried to follow that same path, yet something deep inside keeps pulling you back, like an invisible anchor buried in your unconscious. And that's exactly where the real journey toward abundance begins. Not in external promises of wealth, but in a profound immersion into your inner world. Carl Gustav Jung once said, "What you resist not only persists, but will grow in size." Abundance, then, is not a destination. It's a reflection. From the earliest moments of our lives, we are shaped by voices that aren't truly ours. Voices that speak of lack, of limited worthiness, of the need to suffer in order to deserve something good. These voices, passed down from parents, society, and culture, form what Jung called complexes, autonomous clusters in the unconscious that silently sabotage our conscious efforts. And until we shine the light of awareness on them, we keep repeating patterns like puppets. So if you've ever felt like you're always almost there but never quite make it, if you've sensed there's something greater but can't seem to access it, that isn't your weakness. It's your unconscious asking to be seen. True abundance begins when we dare to look inward, not to reject the shadows, but to integrate them. Jung taught that gold is found where we least want to dig, in the shadow. The parts of yourself you avoid, repress, or dismiss. These are the very parts holding the key to your expansion. Abundance isn't about acquiring more. It's about releasing what holds you back. It's not about conquering the outer world, but about transforming the inner world so the outer begins to reflect it like a faithful mirror. Material wealth without awareness is a castle built on sand, but prosperity born from inner integration is a fortress grounded in truth. When you realize scarcity isn't out there, but in how you perceive the world, everything changes. Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." And awakening means recognizing that life isn't against you. It's constantly showing you where you've abandoned yourself. Every lack, every frustration, every painful cycle is a symbol. And in Jungian psychology, symbols are bridges between the ego and the self, between the part that suffers and the part that can heal. When you decode the symbol of scarcity, you begin to break the spell. What was once pain becomes language. What was once confusion becomes direction. So the real question isn't, how do I attract abundance? By which part of me still doesn't feel worthy of receiving it? This video isn't a quick fix guide to getting rich, nor a hollow motivational pep talk. It's a calling, a heartfelt invitation to look into the eyes of what you've been hiding from within. Because only when you reconcile with your soul does the world begin to respond in a new way. Jung believed individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are, is the path to meaning, peace, and yes, abundance, but not the fleeting kind, the real kind, the kind that rises from within and naturally overflows outward. If this resonates with you, stay with me until the end. Because in this journey, we'll explore the hidden roots that keep you from prosperity and how to begin right now creating a new reality from a new center, your center. And now that we've reached the end of this journey, you might feel a subtle echo within, a voice that for the first time doesn't judge you, but listens. A quiet presence that doesn't demand, but welcomes. That's the seed of abundance beginning to sprout, not as an external promise, but as an inner reality that was always there, buried beneath layers of guilt, urgency, and self-denial. Jung often said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. And right now, you have a choice to keep living by old patterns or to answer the call to become whole. When you truly realize that abundance is not something to chase, but something to awaken to, everything shifts. Life no longer feels like a grind. It begins to flow. You no longer chase what is already yours. You simply align with your truth, and that truth doesn't need to prove, perform, or pretend. It simply is. Individuation, as Jung described, isn't just an abstract concept. It's the most honest road you can take because it leads to a place where you are no longer split between the version of you that performs and the version of you that aches. You become one, and that unity is magnetic. If you felt seen during this video, if something in you stirred or softened, then know this, that flicker is enough to start a fire. A fire that warms your self-worth, ignites your vision, and burns away the masks you've outgrown. Jung believed that the soul speaks in symbols, in dreams, in subtle nudges. And when you learn to listen, you begin to heal. Not through force, but through understanding. And as you heal, your presence changes, and the world, as a sensitive mirror, reflects that shift with opportunities, connections, and peace. You don't have to keep living a life that feels half full. You don't have to carry beliefs that aren't yours or shrink yourself to fit into places that crush your essence. Yeah, real prosperity doesn't come from what you accumulate. It comes from who you become. And becoming fully, unapologetically yourself is the most radical act of freedom there is. So instead of seeking out there for what you feel is missing, turn inward. Because everything you're looking for is already here, waiting for you to stop resisting and start allowing. If this message touched something in you, let others feel that too. Like this video, not out of habit, but as an act of resonance. Drop a comment below. What part of this journey spoke to you the most? Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you want to keep walking this path with me, if you're ready to explore more about the psyche, the soul, and the secrets within, subscribe to the channel. Because what we're building here isn't just content, it's a space for awakening. And this, my friend, is only the beginning.